Well, I've taken the graphics card apart. As you can see, there are all the pieces sitting together. Well, not together. These are the shrouds, these are the actual graphics cards, here are the heat sinks, and there are the fans. The fans are extraordinarily dusty. As you can see, this is the color. Here, I need a better backdrop. There it is. Wow, that is dusty. And then the other side, it's, well, a completely different story, but the inside is a mess. All of these heat sinks are pretty bad. They're quite dusty. And there's a little bit of dust inside of these. Oh, that guy is loud. So I'm going to dry this all up, and wow, that guy is loud. Yeah, I'll clean all of this. I'm going to probably run it under some water, at least a lot of it. I can't really do it with the fans, but I'll wipe the graphics cards down, I'll wipe the heat sinks down, wipe the old thermal paste off. I think I still have a tube of thermal paste somewhere. Actually, I know I do, I just don't know where the tube is. I know it's here. Just where? That's a good question. Time to get scrubbing. Everything's becoming clean. I've torn everything down and given everything a nice polish and rinsed out everything that was dirty. Here's a bunch of used things compared to this one, which is relatively unused, that I used to wipe off the thermal paste from the dye. And yeah, there was a lot of gunk on a lot of these. I'm going to chunk these now. The shrouds are currently in front of a fan getting blow dried because they are quite wet, but they are now very clean. As always, these little dyes are so freaking shiny, as you can... Oh, let's see, can it focus on the background instead of the foreground, maybe? No, it's not. But they're so super shiny, and I love how shiny they are. Now, I have to wait for everything to dry, and then I can slowly start to reassemble it. Yay! Everything is dried off and clean now. These both look a lot shinier than they did, but that's probably really hard to see without actually seeing them in person. All the dust has been removed. Oh, there goes the shroud. All the dust has been removed from the heatsink, and they are now dry. There was some water in between the little, whatever, the leaves of... the fins, that's what they are. The fins of the heatsink, but they have since been removed, dried off, all that stuff, but now everything needs to be put together. Unfortunately, in order to do that, I need to find my thermal paste first, so let's do that. Also, I need to sneeze. That was a sneeze. Just about everything is reassembled. Right now, I just have to reapply the thermal paste, which I have right here, and then reattach the fans to the actual dye itself. Other than that, everything else is put together. So, without further ado, let us do that. Oh geez, that's a little runnier than I was expecting. And plenty of thermal paste. Actually, that might be a little bit too much. I'm a little worried that I put on too much. That definitely looks like too much. Oh, okay, whatever. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but hopefully that doesn't make a big mess. If anything, I'm out $30, but that's not too terrible. Okay, I'm going to reattach these, and then they will be fully reassembled, so be right back. Everything's put back together. Now I have to actually test these out because I haven't actually put them into a computer yet, but now they're fully assembled, re-thermal pasted, and should run as good as they did on the day that they were bought. And wow, I am getting a ton of Skype notifications. I think I've gotten like 5 audible ones in the last not so long. But yeah, I have my camera on a tripod right now, and I just flipped the little tripod switch. Everything is reassembled, everything's clean, and now everything needs to go into the second computer, so I guess I have to pull that out. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so it's probably really difficult to see me doing this, but I cannot get this card to line up correctly because there is a wire down there. Oh, come on, focus. Have to use my phone as a little flashlight, but there is a wire that I need to plug in order to get the front audio to work. And it's really difficult getting all of these things to fit with all of this space, or rather, the lack thereof of all of this space. But I'm gonna try nonetheless. Got it to all fit. Let me pull up a light so you guys can actually see it, but I finally got it to fit. That was quite the annoying thing to work around, but it seems to work. I need to go find a cable for the graphics card because right now I need two 6-pin power cables, and I think I only have one coming out of the power supply at this very moment. So I gotta do that, and then I gotta find some screws to screw everything in because right now both of these graphics cards are not screwed in. But other than that, I think I could fit a third graphics card in here if I really wanted to, and oh crap, these slots are labeled and I totally just disregarded that. Hopefully I have it up to the right one, or I have both of these in the right slots. But yeah, if anything I could throw in a third graphics card because why not? Will I actually do that though? Probably not. Ooh, that's really bright. But yeah, I'm happy that this is all fitting. Hopefully I can get everything to work perfectly fine. I would throw in either this card, the old 610 that was originally in there, or this 8800, which is actually more powerful than each of the 450s individually. But the 8800 is really, really loud, so I don't want to use it unless I absolutely have to. And the 610, it's really big. It's like it's supposed to be a 2-slot design, but it is just barely that, so I'd feel a little apprehensive trying to cram that in between two of these graphics cards. But now that this is all together, my skin feels so dry. This usually happens when I work with computers for a little while. But I'm gonna screw these guys in and then power it on and see if it works. Oh yeah, also, where's the SLI bridge? I took that out just a second ago so I could rearrange these cards, and I have no clue where I put it. Is it right here? No. You go over there. You go over there. Where the heck did the SLI bridge go? Oh, over there. Grab this, and you can probably barely see anything that's happening whenever I point into the computer case because there isn't good lighting right now, and as you can see, it's nighttime. So yeah, let's put this back together, shall we? I'm not sure how well you can see it, but everything is installed. The side panel is closed. Let's pick this guy up. Whew, this thing is heavy. I'll put it back into its place and plug it in to see if it works. Hopefully I don't cause a fire. That would make me really sad. Starting up. I do believe the video input changed to the video 5. Oh, it beeped. No signal detected. I might have the monitor plugged into the wrong cable. Those graphics cards are audible. Oh no. I was hoping they'd be a little quieter than they are, but that's not really a bad thing. Let's see if I could just unscrew this guy right here. I could see if... Yeah, there's nothing up. There's nothing being displayed on the screen right now, so I have a feeling that everything needs to be plugged into this port instead. And? Video? No video? There's no video. Uh-oh. Actually, it might need to wait until Windows boots to get video because they are... Since I... Oh, no. Since I just did the switch while it was turning on. I'm mildly concerned now. As you can see, the switch should flip if I turn it off. Yep, it goes back to input 2, which is the Wii, which is apparently on right now. And oh! Hi there, secretive mana. But then I should be able to turn that on, and it switches to 5 automatically, which should be this computer. Will it turn on, though? That is the question. By the look of it, no. Oh, never mind. I have lied. That's really good. So it is working. I need to switch a couple of cables out from the computer because I have these cables that I got with this computer, and I want to use these to connect all the screens to this, or as many as I can, because I need a dual-link DVI cable, and only one of my cables is capable of carrying a dual-link signal. But yeah, so I'm gonna rewire stuff. I'm happy to know that this gets video out even when it's in when it's in RAID, not RAID 0. That's not how graphics cards work. When it's in SLI. And now I gotta see if everything will work once it boots into Windows. I'm just messing around a little bit in Rocket League, and I'm getting a solid 60 FPS. You can probably barely see that, but this is now stuck at 60 FPS, which before, with the old 610, obviously could not do that. With the 8800, it was getting pretty high at maxed out settings, but yeah, now I can play Rocket League on my second computer at 60 FPS without any issue. Not that I don't play Rocket League too much. I'd like to. It's a fun game, but I definitely wouldn't play it on this computer instead of my desktop, but it's nice to know that at the very least now it can. And if like something terrible were to happen, like if my 970 were to die for some odd reason, at the very least I'd be able to use this to play some games. I gotta see what else will work pretty well. I have no clue if it's actually getting 60 FPS like because it's using SLI or not, because I had GPU-Z open, and each graphics card was getting about, it was hovering around 60% load, so I'm not entirely sure if that game has an SLI profile or not, but what I am doing right now is on Steam, I am currently, let's go to the library, I am currently waiting for GTA 5 to download, and it's taking a while. Of course, it'll take a pretty long time because it is a 60 gigabyte game. That game is very large. Luckily, it's going at around 12 megabytes per second, so it won't take too long, I hope. 1% done already, but that's going to take a while. So I'm going to let this sit because it's not going anywhere anytime soon. 88 FPS. That's not bad. This is in 1080p GTA 5. It's pretty darn playable. I am like very pleased with the results of this computer actually, because this is a $70 computer now. It was $20 for the actual computer, $20 for the power supply, and $30 for the two graphics cards. And that's not bad. It's playing GTA 5, medium settings, 1080p, 60 FPS plus. It's pretty good. And actually right now it's not even running at its peak performance because SLI only works in full screen games. This is in borderless windowed because GTA 5 is really messed up. And for some reason, every single time I go over to the settings and then tell it to be, let's see, graphics. Oh, no. Graphics, full screen. Oh, no. What the heck? Windowed borderless, full screen. Every single time I tell it to do this, it just goes into windowed mode and gets super confused, which is kind of annoying, but I think, let's see, does the frame rate drop further? No, not really. But as you can see, if I could just Alt-Tab out of the game, and I can't because it just wants to be, there we go. GPU load is pretty constant at, it's a pretty high percentage, and I think the other one probably shouldn't be. Yeah, no, it's not even under load because it's not using SLI. But, yeah, 1080p, more than 60 FPS, not bad for $70. Like, this computer isn't where I want it to be at its entirety yet. I still want to throw quite a few more things into here. I actually want to turn this thing into a NAS server and just have it do all the things. So, yeah, that is the plan with this. Also, I'm finishing up this vlog on another day because I made food last night and then some people came over and then that just ended up taking over the entire night. After they left, I was exhausted and I kind of just fell asleep. So, oops! Luckily, I will be editing these vlogs right now. Actually, as soon as I finish off today's vlog, I'm going to be editing all of them, so that's exciting. As the last thing before this camera dies, hopefully it'll last a little bit longer, here are the two graphics cards that have resided in that computer ever since it came into existence. This is the GT what the heck is this, 610? Yeah, this thing is, now it no longer has a purpose and it makes me sad. And then here is the 8800, which of course you guys have seen countless times now. They are ready to be more or less retired because unless a graphics card breaks, they don't have a place in any of my computers anymore. So sad. But that's going to be all for today, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all again tomorrow. So, well, today. But first I have to edit these vlogs. Then I'll see you guys later. So, yeah, that's all for now. See you guys later today, see you guys tomorrow, and time to edit. Goodbye.